everyone. I am Channel Ivandola from BL2. So today I am your reporter. So our topic for today is about Bloom's digital taxonomy. So Bloom's digital taxonomy is created by Benjamin Samuel Bloom. So before we proceed to our topic, who is Benjamin Samuel Bloom? So Benjamin Samuel Bloom was an influential American educational psychologist who greatly shaped modern education through his work on the classification of educational objectives. And the theory of mastery learning. He led a term of educators with Max Amy Hart, Edward Forrest, Walter Hale, and David Caldwell, in developing what is now well known as Bloom's taxonomy. So, sinasabi dito na ginawa daw to ni Benjamin Samuel Bloom with Max Amy Hart, Edward Forrest, Walter Hale, and David Caldwell na itong Bloom's digital taxonomy. So this framework was first published in 1956 in the book Taxonomy of Educational Objectives, the Classification of Educational Goals. So there are purposes of this taxonomy. So the purpose of Bloom's taxonomy was created to help educators design learning objectives, assessments, and activities that promote deeper levels of thinking and understanding among students. So it classifies learning into the three domains, the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. So when it comes to cognitive domain, it focuses on intellectual thinking skills and knowledge. The domain is the affective domain. So it involves attitudes, emotions, and values or feeling. So the last domain is psychomotor domain, which is it concerns physical skills and actions or doing. So among these, the cognitive domain became the most widely used in education because most of the student is ginagamit yung critical. Most of the educators and students use critical thinking skills while discussing the lesson. So let's come now to the original taxonomy. So sinasabi nito the original cognitive domains was organized into 6 hierarchical levels, which is the knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Each representing a deeper and more complex level of thinking. So first, let's come now to knowledge. So knowledge it involves the recall of specifics and universals, the recall of methods and processes, or the recall of pattern, structure, or setting. So sinasabi dito na a knowledge is recalling facts, terms, basic concepts, and answers. So for example na lang is, before kayo mag-proceed sa inyong next topic or inyong next discussion is, nag-ask ka muna sa mga student na kung ano yung tinalakan nila last meeting or kung ano ang tinalakan nila last meeting to check kung may knowledge na ba talaga sila about sa last discussion. So, anyways, this is the loop. I will paste here the picture of the original taxonomy or kung ano yung original look ng original taxonomy. So let's proceed to comprehension, the second hierarchical levels of the original taxonomy. So comprehension is, it tells that It refers to a type of understanding or apprehension such that the individual knows what is being communicated and can make use of the material or idea being communicated without necessarily relating it to other material or seeing its fullest implication. So, sa comprehension is understanding information, explaining ideas in one's own word. So for example na lang then when it comes to during discussion. So for example is pinabasa mo yung student mo sa pinaste mo na visual. So, pinabasa mo siya. So, after niya binasa is, tinanong mo siya kung ano yung naintindihan niya sa kanyang binasa. So, the student is explaining or in-explain niya yung naintindihan niya sa binasa niya. So, in that case is, ginamit ng bata yung comprehension niya. So the third one of hierarchical levels of the original taxonomy is the application. So application is refers to the use of abstraction in particular and concrete situation. So sa application is sinasabi dito na using knowledge in new or practical situation. So for example na lang din is during your discussion. Nag-ask sa students ng mga questions then in sumagot sila based on their understanding. So in that case is na-apply nila yung application. Fourth one is the analysis. So the analysis is it represents the breakdown of a communication into its constituent elements or parts such that the relative hierarchy of ideas is made clear and or the relation between ideas expressed are made explicit. So sinasabi dito na sa analysis is breaking down information into parts and identifying relationships. So, for example, in analysis is and the subject history na lang. For example, is you examine the causes and effects of World War II. So in that case, you are analyzing. So let's come now to the fifth hierarchical levels or the fifth levels of the original taxonomy, which is the synthesis. So when it comes to synthesis, it involves the putting together of elements and parts so as to form a whole. So in that case, in a short term, it is combining elements to form a new whole or propose alternative solutions. For example, in the synthesis is subject English. You are writing an original short story or poem, or in subject science, you are designing an invention that can help reduce plastic waste. So in the last one, or in the last level of the original taxonomy is the evaluation. The evaluation is engenders judgments about the value of material and methods for giving purposes. Evaluation is you are making judgments about the value or quality of ideas or materials. So for example, sa evaluation, so sa subject na English, for example, when you critique the ending of a novel, if it was effective or not. So let's come now to the revised taxonomy. So in the year 2001, in the 1990s, a former student of Benjamin Samuel Bloom Lauren Anderson with David Cartwell revised Bloom's taxonomy and published Bloom's revised taxonomy in the year 2001 with the title A Taxonomy for Teaching, Learning, and Assessment. This title draws attention away from the somewhat static notion of educational objectives in Bloom's original title and points to a more dynamic conception of classification. So the first one is remembering. The student can recognize and recall relevant knowledge from long-term memory. So sinasabi na rin dito na remembering is recalling or recognizing knowledge from memory, same as sa knowledge kanina. For example na lang is, nagbigay ka ng one word or ahit na galing sa inyong last discussion, then last student kung ano yung natutunan nila about that. So that is remembering. So let's come now to the second one, the understanding. So sinasabi din na the student can construct meaning from oral, written, and graphic messages. So yung understanding is ano siya ng comprehension. Yes, comprehension. So for example, sa understanding is sa science subject na lang. For example na lang sa science subject is you explain in your own words how photosynthesis works. So let's come now to the third one, the applying. So applying is the student can use information in a new way. For example na lang is in the subject math, use the formula for area to calculate the size of a garden plot. Fourth one is analyzing. Analyzing is the student can distinguish between parts, how they relate to each other, and how to overall structure and purpose. So for example na lang dyan is in the subject literature, the student compare and contrast the traits of two main characters of the story. So in that case is na-analyze ng student yung pagkakaiba at pagkakapareho ng dalawang character sa isang story. So let's come now to the fifth one, the evaluating. So evaluating is the student can make judgments and justify decisions. So for example, here is in social studies na lang. In social studies subject, the student judge whether a government policy was successful. So let's come now to the last one, the creating. So yung creating naman is the student can put elements together to form a functional whole, create a new product or point of view. So for example, here sa creating is the focus of creating is combining knowledge and skills to produce something original. And the subject has story na lang. This student create a multimedia presentation proposing a solution to a current global issues. That's all for today. Thank you for listening to my report.